173 million euros. Rejected. Just like that. Real Madrid thought they could walk into the Metropolitano and take Julián Álvarez with a briefcase full of cash, and Atlético Madrid told them exactly where to go. Welcome back to SoccerVault. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button right now because this story is about to get very deep, very fast. So, here is what happened. Real Madrid submitted a formal bid worth 173 million euros for Atlético Madrid striker Julián Álvarez. The offer was made directly to Atletico's board, and within hours, Atlético Madrid came back with one word. No. Not a counteroffer, not a negotiation. A flat, stone-cold rejection. Atletico president Enrique Cerezo reportedly told Real Madrid that Álvarez is not for sale at any price. Full stop. Now, think about that for a second. 173 million euros is not a casual number. That is a statement of intent from Real Madrid. That is Florentino Perez saying we want this player badly enough to break the bank. And Atletico still said no. Why does this matter to you? Because this transfer saga is not just about one player. It is about power. It is about rivalry. And it is about what happens to elite South American talent heading into the 2026 World Cup cycle. Julián Álvarez is 24 years old. He is the reigning World Cup winner with Argentina. He is playing some of the best football of his career right now, under Diego Simeone, and Real Madrid want him as the long-term successor to Karim Benzema's legacy up front. This is massive. Let us break down why this bid makes sense from Real Madrid's perspective, and why Atletico's rejection is completely justified at the same time. First, the numbers on Julián Álvarez are simply extraordinary. Since joining Atlético Madrid, he has registered 22 goal contributions in his first 30 league appearances for the club. 22. That is elite production by any measure. His pressing intensity ranks in the top 3% of forwards across Europe's top 5 leagues, according to StatsBomb data. And in Champions League knockout football, he has never failed to register a goal contribution across any elimination round he has played in for either club or country. These are not stats of a player you sell. Second point, from Real Madrid's angle, this move makes total strategic sense. Kylian Mbappé is their present. Álvarez would be their future. A Madrid frontline cycling between those two over the next 5 years would be generationally dominant. You can see exactly why Florentino pulled the trigger on this offer. The counter-argument is equally strong, though. Atlético Madrid did not spend serious money bringing Álvarez from Manchester City just to flip him to their fiercest domestic rival 12 months later. That would be a sporting catastrophe and a PR disaster. Simeone has built his entire system around Álvarez as the heartbeat of the press. Losing him does not just cost Atletico a striker, it dismantles their tactical identity. And here is the third fact that seals it. Álvarez still has 4 years remaining on his contract at the Metropolitano. Atletico hold all the cards legally. They can demand any release clause they choose, and right now, there is simply no obligation to sell. Real Madrid knew this going in. This bid was a power move, not a realistic opening offer. It was Florentino testing the water and finding out just how cold it really is. So, what happens next? Here is my take, and I am not going to hedge on this. Real Madrid will not get Julián Álvarez this summer. That window is closed. Atletico's rejection was categorical and public, which means any capitulation now would be a humiliation for Cerezo and the club's leadership. It is not happening in June or July. However, and this is the critical part, this story does not end here. Real Madrid will be back, probably in the summer of 2026, right after the World Cup. Here is why that timing matters. The 2026 World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico is going to be the biggest sporting event on the planet. Álvarez will be front and center for Argentina as they defend their title. If he performs the way everyone expects him to, his market value explodes further, and the pressure on Atletico to cash in becomes enormous. My prediction is clear. Álvarez stays at Atletico through the 2025 to 2026 season. He goes to the World Cup. He performs brilliantly. And then in the summer of 2026, Real Madrid come back with an offer that Atletico simply cannot ignore, somewhere in the range of 220 to 240 million euros. At that point, With 1 year left on his deal potentially and a fee that breaks records, Atletico sell, and Alvarez becomes a Real Madrid player. In the meantime, Real Madrid pivot,